What's going on, everybody? Out on the range today with this new VZ61 from Czechpoint Inc. or the Czech Small Arms, and it is a pretty dang sweet setup. The only thing we're really missing now is some options to put an optic or laser on this, but that could be coming very, very soon with these 3D printers that we have these days. I am shooting just regular Fiocchi. I want to say this is 95 grain 380, so it's nothing too special here. And we are going to see how this bad boy does. Ooh, it's so gassy. My eyes.
Yeah, you gotta get like down. Ooh, she gassy. You ever get your spray back there? It's fun, but like it's 100% ridiculous.
Really ridiculous.
I feel like you have to shoot it like this. That's what we should do next.
Try to hip fire it?
Yeah. Nut shot, bam!
What's going on, everybody? Today we are talking about the Czechpoint USA VZ61 Scorpion in 380. This awesome looking blaster right here. But before I dive into this, I want to let you guys know what my relationship with Czechpoint is. They did reach out to me and asked if I wanted to review this pistol in 380. I said absolutely, send it over, but we did provide our own ammo for this particular review. I was then offered a great price to buy this one, but I did turn it up just so I could have an opportunity to review and test out the 32 ACP version first. So I am in the middle of trying to figure out which one is better, but as of now, I am passing up on the 9mm one, and maybe this video will explain why. But a big shout out to Czechpoint. I do appreciate their opportunities that they are providing for us, and if you guys would be so kind, go check them out on all social media platforms as well as their website. Now, getting right into this one, guys. This is an iconic gun. Everybody remembers this from several video games, as well as being in several conflicts around the world. This thing was invented as a small machine gun pistol, and there are a lot of people that still have those, but this one is the semi-auto, non-fun switch version here. The VZ61 was introduced in the 1950s, and it was meant to be a full auto pistol that could be holstered and carried like a sidearm. So that was the whole reason for designing this. And Czechoslovakia actually used this as a designated sidearm for their special forces, tank crews, and several other groups that were in their military. So that's a pretty dang cool little backstory about this. But, you know, obviously GoldenEye, Battlefield, Call of Duty, there's several games that this has been in, and it always is one of those things that I know a lot of people want, or at least want to shoot in real life. So I do truly feel blessed to be able to have this opportunity, and I've been learning a ton about this platform just in the last few weeks that I've had this. Now, like I said, this one is in 380, but it does have a 1/2x28 threaded barrel, so I was able to use any of my 9mm cans on this, and we used a variety of them out there during the testing phase. It does come with two 20-round magazines, but they have a surplus of these magazines that you guys would be able to buy. They're pretty cheap as well if you need to get extra. I recommend having at least 8 to 10, especially since they're 20-rounders. That's kind of like a little poke at the con of
I feel like I'm just
the 380 version is you're only going to get 20 rounds in those mags. But also the 32 ACP version only allows you to have 20 as well. Yep. So it's not like you are gaining a super amount of extra capacity when you move over, unless you get, of course, some high capacity or extended mags. This is made brand new by Czechpoint, so they are not using any old surplus parts to build these with. This is a brand new imported version of the VZ61 Scorpion. Now, talking about the features of this, guys, you do have the threaded barrel, like we mentioned. You do have an ambidextrous charging handle here. And one thing you guys need to know, because it caught me off guard, it has to be in fire mode for you to be able to chamber a round. Once you chamber a round, then you can flip it over to safe. But if it is in safe, it will not allow you to move the charging handle back and forth. So that is a safety feature built into this one, but it is something that if you guys go to put it on safe when you're doing a reload, you're not going to be able to cock that handle back. You're going to have to then put it back on fire, cock the handle back, and go back to work. So it's just something that you guys needed to be aware of. It does come with these iron sights built in. Now, it does have this kind of little weird shroud around the front sight, but that is if you're using the wire stock. That wire stock folds over the top and kind of clips into the side of this shroud here. So I don't think it's necessarily meant for the front sight, but it does kind of allow you to tunnel that into that front sight here. And of course, you got the adjustable rear sight. You can have it at 75 yards or 150 based off what this thing says. Moving to the back here, guys, you do have the 2 screws mounting system. So you are able to use a pistol brace setup, a stock setup, a wire stock setup, you know, any different kind of back end accessory you want to add. I believe you have that opportunity to do so. And if you guys haven't checked out already, when we come out with the 32 ACP video, we bought some new modernized 3D printed parts that are actually super sick and give you a handguard style up here that allows you to mount a laser or anything up top, and it also has a Picatinny adapter in the back also on the top, so you can do any kind of skeleton stock brace or put an optic on it as well. So definitely be on the lookout for that one. I for sure went ahead and purchased it because I know I'm getting one of these two, but I'm at least going to use it on the 32 ACP version. The reason we immediately skipped buying this one and went to the 32 ACP first is because of shooting this suppressed, guys. We have had a lot of fun with it at the range, but that fun quickly dwindles if you're shooting it suppressed in high round counts because of the splatter coming out the top. It absolutely feels like you're being pelted in the face with a bunch of little pieces of gravel almost. And if you're not wearing iPro, it is a very, very dangerous situation. So always wear your iPro no matter what, but please wear your iPro when you're shooting the VZ61 and 380 suppressed because it is absolutely brutal on your face. I don't know that this was ever really supposed to be brought up and shot like iron sights. You know, it was meant to be a full auto pistol, so a lot of times it's going to be hip fired or at least a point and shoot type of situation. Now, we have kind of added a laser and stuff to the other one, so it kind of brings that down away from the face. But the 32 ACP one shooting suppressed is so soft and has very little gas and splatter blowback compared to the 380 version. So once I got to that point where it was kind of getting annoying, I started doing some research, and that is a very popular feedback that is coming in online after people are shooting these is that the 380 versus the 32 is a big difference. Now, I have wind that a 9mm version is coming to Czechpoint USA. It does look like their umbrella company or the main company, Czech Small Arms, is already doing a 9mm version, so that is pretty cool. I would definitely be interested to see what the gas and blowback situation is with that one compared to the 32 ACP one as well. But as we continue down, guys, you do have a left-sided mag release here. And one thing I want to point out with the mag release, these mags are very stiff to get in. It is not a very easy mag reload. Once you get used to it, it's not bad, but there's, you know, a straight in and out, and I have had to hit and then pull out every single time to get this seated properly. And I don't know if you guys heard that, but if you listen super carefully when I come in, now listen right here. Oh, it did it on its own. When I come in, that click right there is what you're looking for. Now, I was informed of that you want to seat it and then try to pull it out to get it to properly seat and get that click. But it is something that I don't think a lot of people would be aware of without knowing that in the beginning. So definitely something we want to just kind of keep you in the loop on. And the controls themselves feel pretty good, guys. The safety especially got a little easier or a little more broke in the more round count we got down through it. And the trigger itself is pretty dang nice as well. I mean, it's got play, but the release or the brake itself on the trigger feels pretty dang good. Yeah, the reset, it's kind of like it snaps forward on the reset. You got quite a bit of play in the trigger here. Okay, there's your wall, little speed bump, brake. As far as the reset goes, see, it just kind of jumps forward there. But not bad. I mean, the trigger was definitely not something that bothered me at all. But overall, guys, we got about 550 rounds downrange with this. And again, my biggest complaint is just the blowback from the 9mm shooting it suppressed. If you guys have been following this channel, you know that I shoot every single thing I can suppressed. I also believe shooting it suppressed kind of speeds up the torture test in a way that you can't do with just normal round counts unsuppressed. It gets dirtier faster, and it's just a lot more going on in the gun that could possibly cause issues. So as far as the gun itself, it ran pretty dang good. We did have a handful of malfunctions, some failure to feeds, failure to fires, but I believe a lot of those are contributed to us in the way that we hold this. So if you don't go with any of the extra adapters, furnitures, and stuff out there on the market, your instinct is to hold the gun just like this. But when you do that, you end up holding the charging handle. And one thing you guys need to know about this is a reciprocating charging handle, which means this thing moves back and forth on every single shot that you take. And if you have your hand anywhere around in here, it is going to stop that from cycling properly. Even just barely having my thumb on it caused it to malfunction one time. So then I started kind of gripping it down here and just making sure my thumb was held up off of the slide and the charging handle itself. But then I came into an issue where I was kind of rocking the mag because there's got a little bit of play in it. So if you grip the mag real hard, then you can feel a little bit of pressure in that. I don't believe that was causing as many malfunctions as this, but I do believe that there was still the opportunity or the potential for that to happen. We also had one mag crack in the feed lips, and that one we thought in particular was causing some issues itself. Once we pulled that one out, focused on the other 7 or 8 mags that we had, everything seemed to be going fine, at least in the mag aspect of things. But there was no like catastrophic failures. Everything seemed to be pretty easy to clear. Again, if you go what your natural instinct is, there's an issue with the gun, put it on safe and start messing with it, you might think your chamber's locked up because you put it on safe. So just remember, keep your gun in a safe direction. The gun has to be in fire mode before you can move the charging handle freely, or the slide or the bolt, whatever you want to call it. But just, if you get in that situation, because we get flustered when stuff doesn't work at the range, just keep that in mind. Okay, I need to be in fire mode for me to make sure that the charging handle is actually running properly. But again, guys, no crazy malfunctions. 550-ish rounds through this thing. This thing was a lot of fun, and really the only small complaints I had were out of the box, it is not very easy to shoot. You know, you can obviously shoot it like a handgun out here. You can pray and spray with it, but, you know, we want to be as accurate as possible. We want to take things this small and make them as cool as possible. And the things that we have on the 32 ACP version are super neat. They're going to cause a little bit of some waves. They already have been on our social media. If you guys haven't checked out, go check out our Instagram or Czechpoint USA's Instagram. We already have some photos and videos up of the 32 ACP version. 380 version was a lot of fun, but I do base a lot of my decisions on how these things run suppressed and how fun they are to run suppressed. It can still be fun and annoying at the same time. I'm looking for more of the fun and less of the annoying aspect, or at least sharing it 50-50 on that at that point. Yeah, guys, these are running roughly around $1,000 if you were looking. You can get them a little bit more with a brace setup, or they also come in, like we said, 32 ACP. Now, the 32 ACP one has a 22 upper that you can also use with it, which was pretty cool. So we'll be including that one in the 32 ACP review. So technically, there are 3 different calibers you can shoot this with: 380, 32 ACP, and 22 LR. So giving you quite a few options, and I'm sure that 22 one is just an absolute just sewing machine when you run that. There's probably no recoil at all, and super quiet if you have a 22 suppressor. So I'm excited to try that one out too. But again, guys, big shout out to Czechpoint for giving us this chance to review this one. What do you guys think of the VZ61? Have you guys shot one? Do you have one specifically in 380? We love hearing your guys' feedback on this stuff and want to know what you guys think or of the issues that you have had out there on the range. But other than that, guys, I appreciate every single one of you. Hit that subscribe button, share it with your friends, y'all. And as always, stay alert, stay alive. And did you know we are doing training here in East Tennessee? Rifle fundamentals, pistol fundamentals, and night vision introduction, guys. Come out, build your circle, build your skill, get yourself out on the range, guys. We are looking forward to seeing you. And until then, we'll see you on the range.